Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Magare Gikenyi. I'm a consultant trauma and general surgeon. I'm also a human rights activist, or what you call defender. We defend the Constitution. Today is a happy day for the Kenyans in that the Constitutional Court on April this year declared the 50 bob which are being forced on Kenyans. The 50 bob, they call it 50 bob convenience fee, which is being charged on our eCitizen platform. It declared as unconstitutional. So the respondent, which is the government, was supposed to stop charging the Kenyans the said amount. But instead, they went to the Court of Appeal. They applied for stay of execution of the said judgment, pursuant to Rule 52B of the Court of Appeal Rules 2022. The Court of Appeal today, through a bench made through Honorable Justice Musinga, Justice Chequetv, and Justice Nyamweya, dismissed the application, essentially meaning there is no stay of judgment. The government must, we demand the same, must implement what the High Court said. The substantive appeal will be done later, but as we talk, the government's allowed by law to comply with the judgment. So one may ask, how did this one come? If you remember around 2021, 2022, or thereabout, the government introduced eCitizen as a platform for payment services. This is pursuant to the PFM Act, Section 12. Whereas the platform is good, but the process leading the formation or the establishment of the said platform is what is unconstitutional. There were other people who petitioned the system itself. But at the same time also, we also petitioned the 50 bob, which also being charged on Kenyans. If you realize, if for example, a police clearance certificate is 1,000, you realize you pay 1,000 plus 50 bob on top. This 50 bob is what has been declared illegal. If you check Article 209, the government's allowed to charge its own citizens two types of funds. You are supposed to be charged on taxes, that's number one. Number two, you're also supposed to be charged on levy/charges. So like 1,000, which we are paying as a police clearance certificate, is called a charge. For example, or 600 shillings, which you are supposed to pay on driving license. The 50 bob is now a charge on top of a charge, which is unconstitutional. The Honorable Justice Muita of the Minimani High Court declared the same illegal on the 1st of April 2025. But if you check still the eCitizen, they are still levying the same. At the same time, you realize that at that time, the PS Minister of Education, by then Belio Kipsang, last year had said that all fees should be paid through eCitizen. We also challenged it the same. We, the courts, agreed with us that the said decision was made without stakeholders and public participation. And the same was declared unconstitutional, null, and void. So that's where we are. We are aware that the High Court declared the forced collection of fees through eCitizen unconstitutional. They declared the 50 of being charged, being a double charge, essentially a charge on a charge. So, and they declared the constitution, but instead of adhering or obeying the constitutional aspect, then they went on and continued living. So, but at the same time, they went to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal today did not give them stay. So essentially, the High Court judgment remains. So they have to obey. Secondly, I've also filed another application through the Minimani High Court for contempt of court proceedings. Contempt means essentially that we are compelling the respondent to obey the court order and stop levying Kenyans 50 bob. This country of ours is governed by rule of law and constitutionalism. We cannot allow whereby they are like there's a novel which we used to do to learn in high school called The Animal Farm, where they say some animals are more equal than others. But the 2010 Constitution is a progressive constitution which ensures that all of us, we have to adhere to the 2010 constitutional petition, the constitutional constitution which is supposed to adhere. So essentially this petition and the application of the Court of Appeal is essentially about on the eCitizen platform. If you realize this citizen, the government says that it fully owns the eCitizen. But the reality of the matter is very different. There are a couple of private players like the webmasters, PesaFlow, among others, whom in my opinion are shadowy figures, since they were never competitively procured. So from there, we say that we must save the Kenyan money, so that at the end of the day, because they always say, if you check Article 210 of the Constitution, they say there must be prudent use of financial resources. So when you levy Kenyans money which are constitutional, then you give to private individuals who are not known how they came. They just sat in a table, they just drank tea, and then they start collecting our money, which is very unconstitutional. That's what I can say. For now, I think that's why I'm saying that for now the Court of Appeal has said that. So eCitizen, we are not supposed to be charged fifths of extra. If it's for a police clearance certificate supposed to be 1,000, it should be 1,000 on. It should not be 1,000 plus 50. The fifth of is what we call a double charge, which has been declared unconstitutional by the High Court, and the stay has not been given. A stay is when the Court of Appeal stays that judgment as the appeal is being heard. The appeal will still be heard, but as we talk, the respondent must obey the court order of 1st of April 2025, which was delivered by Honorable Justice Chacha Mwita. That's all I can say for now, unless you have any question.
How long does the petition take?
The petition was filed last year, February last year, and it was judgment. The petition was filed in the High Court, Milimani High Court, on February last year. The judgment was delivered on 1st of April 2025. So there was immediately the judgment is supposed to obey those court order. They have not obeyed. Instead, they went to the Court of Appeal, hoping that the Court of Appeal will assist them to stay the judgment of the High Court. So the Court of Appeal has not stayed. So which essentially means they have to obey the court order and remove that aspect of charge on a charge on the same. In addition, as you have asked that, what about in Nakuru County? Nakuru County is our county. We are doing our best. Like us, we are from Nakuru Town West. We are doing the best that we can ensure that there is everything. We do what we call support for the vulnerable groups. We empower both youth, women, and men and women, so that we can have what we call realistic empowerment. As we have learned, for us to move forward, we must have what realistic empowerment. We empower our people so that at the end of the day, we ensure the Kenyans, and especially Nakuru Town West constituents, they receive what they call leadership which they deserve. So that's what I'm saying. The most important aspect for now is that we ensure that the constitution is being followed, and those leaders who are there, they need to serve Kenyans. When time comes, we will always see what to do, but when that time comes, we will ensure that there is fairness and equity in all society. If you realize, for us to make our society better, we have to ensure that whatever we do now, we ensure that the society becomes better than we found it. That's what I can say for now.